All right, Cancerians. Hello. Let's see what's going on for you for the rest of the month, the rest of August. These readings are all Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So feel free to swap around the energies as always. I could be talking to a cross watcher here. If you don't know what a cross watcher is, if you're watching about a Cancerian, you are a cross watcher. So let's see what's going on for you guys. Okay. Power. Some kind of power game going on. Ooh, past life. Soulmate. Wow. Good fortune. Okay, right away, taking back your power is bringing in good fortune. There's a past life soulmate who you have to either eject from your life or can really consider cutting ties with this person, or just, moving on. Some of you might be really obsessed. That power card can have a feeling of obsession. So this might not be for all of you. The other person could be a little obsessed too. Doesn't have to just be you. I just saw the Ace of Wands. All right. Let's see what's happening for my Cancerians. We still have Venus transiting. It was conjunct Jupiter in your sign of Cancer on the 11th, and it's moved off of that conjunction now as I'm talking. Venus square the Chiron retrograde happening. And so that can be about past life pain or past life soulmate, karmic soulmate energies, something to do, something to tie up. All right, something to tie up. Empress. Oh my goodness, yes. 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. Wow. Okay, so some of you have left behind or feel like you've been left behind by somebody. Some of you also have to leave behind a family member so that you can move on in your life. All right, there's a Queen of Cups here and an Ace of Cups. There's a brand new love partner and it's being blocked. They are being blocked. I'm getting this okay, so Juno and Lilith are conjunct in another water sign of Scorpio. I think it's right in the middle degrees there. And so it can be a spouse. Spouse is Juno, right? And Lilith is the one who kind of breaks free of, I don't know, being everything somebody wants them to be, but they're not being themselves, right? Lilith says, screw that. I want to be myself. So either you're doing that and you're leaving someone behind because they're wanting you to be a different kind of person than you really are, or you feel left behind by someone who wants to really be themselves in a bigger way. And it's possible that if you've been left behind, that there's a reconciliation here. But if you're leaving someone behind because they're not really seeing who you are or valuing who you are, awesome. Okay. That's a good thing. Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, slow on the healing here. 4 of Wands. Not forever. It's not forever. Queen of Swords, Ace of Wands, King of Swords. There's a conversation coming up about what you want in the future. And I almost feel like this is the person that you want to go toward, or this is the person that you want in your life. And it could be kind of not fantasy, but sort of you're not really talking to this person. You're just okay, I'm formulating what I want in my life. It does bring in a lot of good fortune to go toward this King of Swords. It's just clarity, right? It's clarity and inspiration. I feel like you've done a lot of good healing work or are in the process of doing good healing work. Two of Wands, the Lover's card, and the Eight of Pentacles. Right? So right away, these are two decision cards. I feel like this is a very good decision that you're making. You made a decision to leave somebody behind because of a power game or because they didn't really see you clearly or something along those lines. This could be family or an ex or something like that. And now this new beginning is like, we're getting it all out on the table, right? I'm saying who I am. You're saying who you are. There's a lot of transparency here. And I feel like that's a really important piece. And this Ace of Wands in the middle, this is like in the timing position. If you want to learn tarot from me, there's a link below. This Ace of Wands in the middle has to do with a good idea, or it's a good idea. These are two decision cards after much deliberation. All right, I'm kind of seeing this like slow, deliberate kind of thinking and marinating in things. You've made some decisions, really good ones, to walk away from a very toxic thing. And now you're willing to put in the work in this new situation, which I feel like is good. It could be an air sign you're going toward, or a Leo, Sag, Gemini. Gemini's an air sign. Okay. So what's this conversation like? What is this conversation like? Six of Cups. Seeing eye to eye. You see how they're looking at each other, even though he's taller. Like they're seeing eye to eye. There's an apology here. Tower. What? Hermit. There's a lot of aha moments that come through this I feel like this relationship is like bonkers past life soulmate energy. Okay? So there's this lighthearted kind of conversation, but I feel like when you see each other, there's something about being in the same room with each other. Wow. It brings in some really good, like I said, bonkers past life energy. This is like, wow, you're starting to see who this person is to you. This could be a twin flame energy. This could be, you recognize this person from a past life, right? This, like, it transforms the whole thing. Yep. High Priestess and Hermit. You guys are spiritual leadership, spiritual royalty. Wow. Nine of Cups, wish granted, Fool. This is the new path. This is the new path. I don't know that you know, this feels very light when you first start talking to them, but there's something about being in the same room with each other that brings out all of this past life energy, wisdom, creativity. The Nine of Cups and the Fool. This is like, where have you been all my life? I mean, I don't think it's like a sudden, like love at first sight thing. It's kind of like you have lots of conversations. Maybe you're like over the phone or online. And then when you see each other in the same room with each other. Okay. King of Cups. There you are. The Two of Cups. Archangel Michael bringing this together. It does feel a little bit like both of you had to end another situation. That's exactly what I'm saying. This is the Six of Swords. You guys are moving forward together. Both of you had to end a situation that was about power. There was some kind of pitched battle going on in your life. You had to end it. They had to end it. It could be family. It doesn't have to be. It's been going on for a long, long time. Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles. So I just feel like you didn't really want to see this as a toxic situation, but it was. And now, like, the two of you get each other so deeply because you've both been through a very similar kind of experience. And this decision to move forward, you're like, I'm putting in a lot of effort in this relationship because I want to, not because I have to. Yep. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, the Seven of Cups, and the Three of Swords, Page of Swords. So I do think that there's a lot of healing still to be done here. Family healing. Maybe this is like you both are kind of just finishing up or letting go of these other toxic power game kind of relationship. There's a lot of healing that needs to take place. And, I feel like you're going to kind of stumble across it, even though you're getting together. And this is like, wow, this is amazing. This is really teaching me my future. This is teaching me the next step. This person is totally, the right one for me. And especially right now. I almost feel like this, even if you've known this person for a very long time, I feel like it never could have come together before now. There's something about right now, the timing of this, and it has to do with letting go of a power struggle that you've had. Okay, some of you, it could be letting go of a spouse. Juno and Lilith are conjunct right now in Scorpio, and so there's something there. We also have Sedna, which is about divine feminine, aligned with Uranus in Gemini, and that really has to do with rebellion, rebellious communication, speaking out of turn, speaking out of anger, or hold on. Eight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, the Devil card, and the Hanged Man. Wow. Okay, so you both are moving on. I think you're both surrendering to the awareness that you were maybe addicted to those people in the past. For some reason, the power dynamic was very strong. And there could be some kind of addiction, meaning trauma bond. If you're not familiar with that term, it's not that the two of you here, this new connection, are bonded by the fact you're both in trauma. It could make you closer, but a trauma bond is when someone who's very toxic intermittently traumatizes you and then love bombs you, which is a lot of times what narcissists do. And you get hooked on the times that they're nice and good and kind, and dismiss those awful things, the awful days. You dismiss them as like an aberration. And I feel like this connection, the two of you together, this new connection, you kind of see it now. You see how those old situations might have been very toxic and trauma bonding. And so I feel like those are the hardest to escape from, because you have this fantasy about who that person could be. You know what? They're not that. That they're on their best behavior, but that's not really who they are. Okay? When someone traumatizes you, that is a deep hurt in their psyche, in their own upbringing. It's not at all your job to fix that. But there's something about their intermittent love bombing that keeps you in place. And now you're seeing how just completely crazy making that is. So it's moving on. This new love relationship is really going to shower a lot of good luck on you, financially, spiritually, in all ways, shape, or form. So let's go deeper. Let's see where this goes. Let's see. I want to go deeper into the timing. 1 week. Let's see. All right. Link is below. Cancer, if this is for you, I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.